Realty Insight, brought to you by North Bay Property Shop, a member of Century 21 Blue Sky Region Realty Team.
On this Monday, April 28th, 2025, we are, of course, thinking federal election. And so are these two ladies in front of me. They have voted already. That's great.
Yes.
Leeann Noel, Century 21, and Jessica from Valin Partners. And Jessica, you are going to be talking about the importance of the legal end of things when it comes to purchasing a home. So it's Jessica Stickle from she's a lawyer with Valin and Partners. Ladies, thank you for being here today.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
My pleasure.
Agreed.
Leeann,
Agreed.
open mic, give us some details.
Right. Well, I've been so lucky. I've had the privilege to know Jessica for a long time. Brilliant mind, up-and-coming lawyer that we've done many transactions together. And it's important for our viewers, for those thinking obviously about real estate, that you have an idea of what that process looks like, and no better to have Jess here to explain.
Thank you.
Is it a commonplace where people might think lawyer and think negatively because, if someone needs some help legally, they might need a lawyer? Is that a thing?
Well, I'm going to speak from a real estate perspective. No, a lawyer is on your team. They are on our side. They are doing the due diligence that I can't do to obviously protect that buyer and seller.
You're free to mention, or we can move on. What's your thought?
No, I think that Leeann hit the nail on the head. I think as part of a real estate transaction, it's a really, really great thing. We're all on the same team.
That's it.
Good to hear.
Yep.
So let's jump right into it.
Please.
Questions for Jessica. The first one being, what are some of the need-to-know legal aspects of real estate transactions for first-time home buyers, or pretty much any buyer when it comes to the process?
I think first-time homebuyers are often unfamiliar with the process, and that's totally fair. Or even people who have purchased a home before, they might not know that there's some costs that aren't part of the purchase price. So they, buy a house for $350,000, and they don't realize that there's some over and above costs that they need to be prepared for when the legal part of the transaction closes. So there's kind of four main ones. Land transfer tax is the first one. There is a rebate for first-time homebuyers on land transfer tax. You can find that calculator on the Government of Ontario website. So you can just throw your purchase price in, and it'll give you an approximate value. The second one is HST. So if you're buying used residential real estate, HST is not applicable, but if you're buying a commercial property, let's say vacant land from a developer, those would be subject to HST. So you want to be prepared that that might be part of your cost, and that's 13%. The third one is legal fees, of course, and disbursements. So there's, the legal fees that come from your lawyer, and then disbursements are things like title searches or different searches that we do that cost money. And then the fourth cost that you might not be aware of, or that buyers might not be aware of, is title insurance. So title insurance is something that's required by, if you're getting a mortgage, most lending institutions require that you get that.
Now, Leeann, just meeting her right now, this lady knows her stuff.
Oh, yes.
So it's safe to say
Yes.
she's on your team.
Yes, and not just it's not essentially about me, it is about that buyer or that seller. That's where I really need Jess to step in and make sure that everything is researched, again, that title, making sure everything is free and clear for obviously that seller, but more importantly that buyer.
Jumping to the very end, before we kind of get back to the middle, can you give us a bit of a timeline in a typical real estate transaction to either both of you, whoever wants to jump in?
Yeah, from a lawyer's perspective, it obviously starts from you finding that perfect property for yourself and your family with your realtor. And once you have signed that deal, then your realtor will send it to us. And once our office receives it, we wait for a condition waiver. So a lot of transactions have conditions like financing or insurance, home inspection, and we'll wait to hear from your realtor or from yourself that those conditions are waived. Once we have that, then we start drafting the paperwork that you're going to sign at an appointment with us. So as we're drafting that, and I'd like to stop for a quick minute and just say thank you to our real estate staff. I think that I would speak for most real estate lawyers in town when I say that real estate lawyers would be nowhere without our amazing administrative staff. Yeah,
and I can say the same sentiment with our admin staff. Yes.
Unfortunately, we're tight for time. Leeann, you got the final word. what would you like to say about this topic?
Well, again, always reach out to me if you have any questions. Jessica definitely nailed it. When that process starts, get that accepted offer, work with your trusted realtor, and then once we have that accepted offer, of course, we get it over to Jessica, so that we can get that process rolling. So again, that the buyers and the sellers are all familiar with the process, so we can get it closed without hiccups.
Yeah.
Last one from me before we sign off. Jessica Stickle, thank you for your time from Valin Partners.
Yes.
With fame comes consequence. When people stop you in the grocery store, what are they saying?
They're saying wonderful things. Thank you so much, when you do stop me. I'm beyond grateful. And of course, I'm always looking for feedback. So if you have any topics that you'd really love to hear about, know about, bring it to me. Love to share that. And I always speak so highly of not only you, Clarke, but everyone here at Cogeco.
There he is. Yeah, Caden does great work.
Amazing.
Okay, ladies, thank you for both of your time today.
Thank you.
That's
Thank
Leeann.
you.
That's Jessica. I'm Clarke.